7 o'clock. Time for the July 24th council meeting. Can I get a call to order and roll call, please?
Elwick,
Here.
Vesenius,
I am here.
Hanson,
Here.
Parmenter,
Here.
Stark Mahud,
Here.
Breaker's absent.
All right, y'all rise and say pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Riley, second by Tammy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as written?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Riley, seconded by Zach. New blood. Any questions, comments?
I have one. I gotta find it. What is Zoom League Lobster subscriptions?
I think it's the gaming.
Yeah,
What is that called?
that's something, it's a game, I've asked that question.
I thought maybe they were having lunch down here or something. I didn't know.
If they're having lobster, I'm going next time.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna pull rank.
It's a company that they get the, what's that called?
The
Sports?
esports,
That the esports goes through.
Okay.
it's a recurring part
Okay,
of
I was
that,
just curious.
No,
I
you're good.
thought,
It's recurring, they have lobster every week.
well,
right?
And Craig gets with beans. Anybody else got any questions? All those in favor?
I-
All right. Time to receive and file communication petitions or remonstrances.
Got nothing. Neither did I, Mr. Mayor.
Lovely, moving on. No committee reports. I don't believe. All right, moving on to citizens input. Council won't take action on comments this meeting, but may do so at a future meeting. Anybody?
Step up to the podium.
I was hoping Carl would be the first one to get up on the podium. Didn't happen. All right, moving on. No old business. Cruising into new business. Now it's time for a public hearing for the State Revolving Fund SRF application for the new water treatment facility. I will now open that public hearing. Anybody got any comments? Sean, anything?
Nope.
Anybody got any questions? Craig? I shall close the public hearing. Moving on 9 now I need a motion for acceptance of the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, DWSRF, BIL, General Supplement Grant.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Zach. So Chris and I received an email a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
somewhere in
it may
there.
have been a month, close to a month.
Once again,
ago.
we have qualified for a grant that's gonna take away $600,000, and we have to choose if we want to accept it. So we took it upon ourselves to say you guys would probably accept it, so. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Elwick,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Vesenius.
Yes.
All right, item C, now need a motion approval of pay estimate number 17 to Woodruff Construction for the wastewater treatment plant improvements.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Riley, second by Andrew. I know Emily's like on vacation this week.
Yep.
The only question I had on it, and we'll have to watch it on the next one, their total completion is 68%, their project management and general supers is running at 78%, so they're running 10% higher than what the project is.
Okay.
Those two should be fairly in line,
Same.
so.
And I would note the retainage has changed on this
Yep, I
pay
see
app
that.
as
That's
well.
why their pay is so big this time. I assume that's why it's so big this time. And that is new state law that came through, folks, in case you didn't know.
They changed it down from 5 to 3. Retained.
All right. Any questions? Roll call?
Parmenter,
Yes.
Vesenius,
Yeah.
Elwick,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Stark Mahud.
Yes.
Alright, I need a motion approval of change order number 1 for the East Third Street sanitary sewer improvements.
Motion?
Alright, Lisa, seconded by Ron. So, the street up there is currently 3 inches of asphalt. And our plans have putting in seal coat. And typically we put back in the same surfacing. But that's up to you guys. You can see the cost of doing that is $42,000.
42, it would take away 13, but.
Right.
The total at the end would be 29.
I personally have gotten to make this final decision. Probably not in favor of spending $42,000 toward asphalt when we can just seal coat it. But
I thought we talked about this.
yeah, we haven't ever. We were waiting for the change order to come through and actually vote on it specifically.
I thought we said we'd stay with the seal coat.
Yeah, we just couldn't make any official.
I know.
But it's up to you guys to discuss and come with a logical solution or recommendation.
Well, it's in our ordinance or whatever to, put it back the way it's supposed to be, so that's the way it should have been bid in the first place.
That's not what the line item said, though, so it's not Ray's excavating fault. So,
Theirs?
not necessarily. It's hard to tell.
Well, I'm
But
saying
it's a number.
theirs. I'm saying theirs.
I get it. I went back and looked at some numbers from previous projects, and their number's not out of line with what it should be.
So explain yourself.
Well, between the transition between Nate and myself, it was in the plans. I wasn't a part of early discussions. I apologize for that. We followed with what was in the plans, thinking that the discussion had been had, and that was a bad error on my behalf to think that it had happened.
So,
And I did
so
double
it
check.
falls on you.
Well, I'm PM. I'm the one that leads the office now, so it does.
So we
This-
gotta pay for that.
Well,
We don't have
as
to have it in asphalt.
yeah,
What do the people that live up there want?
I don't know.
They want a
Torn
sewer
up
working
asphalt
first
straight
and
in.
foremost.
What's that?
They would like their sewer working first and foremost.
Well, right, but I would like to see a street that will hold up also. And as long as we're guaranteed a street that's gonna hold up.
oh, it's gonna match. I mean, basically what was out there.
Right,
Yes.
right. Well, it's not gonna be asphalt
Right.
underneath the seal
Right.
coat.
And so, if your sub-base and your sub-base, or if your subgrade and your sub-base rock is put in properly, it will perform well. It won't probably perform like asphalt without maintenance a little sooner. There is no doubt about that. I would say that that's,
So our street department's gonna be up there fixing shit all the time.
well, it's probably more of just from a year to year, just determining if it needs another coat of seal coat and rock, or, I think, from a pothole, from that kind of standpoint, like I said, if your sub-base or your subgrade and sub-base is good, the double seal coat is used in a lot of locations, and it lasts quite well.
Isn't West 10th Street, that's double seal coat, isn't it?
A lot of our streets are.
Yeah.
double sealed.
Well,
Right.
but that was a new street there though, and I think they double seal coated it, I think it's holding up pretty good.
Okay. Well,
I think so too.
I'm just,
What you
I
raise up a
drive
good
that
point,
street,
though.
I drive that street
Yeah.
every day, so.
Yeah.
Well, not today, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Thought about it, but I think my little white roller skate would've got lost in that hole, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the bid for it?
All right? We'll discuss. We can talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll let him leave, since this isn't really the time for that. Any questions, comments, discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Stark,
No.
Elwick,
No.
Vasinius,
No.
Hanson,
No.
Parmenter.
No.
Seal coated is.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Don't take off. I
Well,
got
I'm not.
more later.
I'm gonna go right here.
All right, moving on to item E, now I need approval of quote for 30 horsepower air compressor from B&K Compressors for the wastewater treatment.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Riley, second by Zach.
Yes, was it a year ago? No, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, probably, pretty close. We wanted to replace that other Leroy. So, got 2 bids. I think it was compressed air at the time they came and did a bunch of testing and determined that, yeah, 10 horse would do what we need. And, we ended up getting it through compressed air. And it took us a while to get it put in. We got it in the spring or this summer, early summer, and it's not big enough. So it does not do what we want it to do. So the one bid obviously reflects a refund on taking it back, and the other one obviously doesn't want it. So I guess it depends on which quote you would like. The one's obviously way cheaper, and then we'd have somebody could have a spare air compressor for the city if they need it. So. Nobody seems to know why they didn't size the right one, so.
So this wasn't anything in the improvements out there, right?
No, this was, no, we wanted one just, everyday use instead of using that spiral one. First, I think it's a spiral one.
So they gave a bad recommendation, and they want more for a new compressor, even with a trade-in, than the other company.
I think it's the exact same air compressor.
Yeah, well, with
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's how you make up for your trading.
No. That's not how business works.
It doesn't compressed air.
Yeah.
Have you been to a car lot lately?
They should have been a little bit cheaper than the other companies.
You would think that at least it should be down under 4 digits. But it wasn't.
That's about that.
Well, we got a motion and a second. Anyone discuss the air compressors?
The ODS pumps out there.
Not, I'm gonna do a roll call.
Ready? Hanson,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Elwick,
yes.
Vesenius.
All right, reports, Mr. Ward.
Thank you, council, mayor. Just wanna let everyone know that, been working with Parks and Recreation Board, and they've got it down and candidates narrowed down to 5 that they're looking to interview. And the interviews will be on August 6th and August 7th. And you're more than welcome to attend that. It's gonna be in the evenings, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. I've already, on both days, so, yeah. August 6th and 7th here at City Hall for the applicants. Alright, and been in contact with Snyder about J Avenue and 11th Street. They are still providing inspection. I believe Mayor, you emailed as well. And, they're actually spending quite some time up there on that road. So, other than that, I don't really have much, except I will be out of the office next week.
Yeah, so the Schneider thing, they didn't wanna step out of their lane doing it, but they're doing what we asked them to do, and as of this morning, they're about half of what the
Half of
quoted price was, and I said, you're authorized up to
X to the contract.
72. They're gonna approach that and gotta let us know.
Yep, and that way they can amend the contract and come back in front of you.
So. Craig, what do you?
Still working on the well. I think they was in Monday or Tuesday, and they kinda scoured it, and I think they put chemical in it yesterday or today, and so we still don't really know 100% where the pea gravel's coming in at, but I haven't talked to Tom, so I don't know what their next plan is, so. But hopefully they'll get it up and running here in by next week, so. And we had to start up the sewer plant for the spirals, or the grit, and the HVAC system there in the Fine Street building, so they're moving along there, I guess.
I did not make it out there to look at the lower spot.
Still got water.
Gentlemen, and they want to drive out there and look at the biosolids building.
I'll go look.
Apparently there's a big low spot out there, it's supposed to be a flat floor.
I will look. That makes me happy.
That it does.
You're beaming. I can tell. You're beaming.
And did Mr. Frost with electric pump get back to you yet?
Yeah, but not with the price or anything.
Okay. Okay. We were out looking at K Avenue lift station Wednesday.
Yeah.
A hot day.
Yeah. Looks like we blew a gasket down the bottom, in between the duct lines.
We were talking about that as far as options.
The way it's configured, we think we can just unbolt it, we think it's got carbon bolts down there, and they probably just rusted off and released it, and they think they can just slip a new gasket in and put some stainless steel bolts in. I'm talking to Craig, we thought, well, if they're down there and they gotta stop it, might as well switch all the bolts out with stainless steel, so we don't have the same problem. So now he's getting a price from electric pump, see if they can do that, and we're gonna see what the number is.
The Iowa Pump Works is supposed to be sending me something too.
I don't know if they'll do the work, will they?
Well, they got a crane truck and stuff, so.
I don't think they're gonna need it, it's grounded into the wall, it's not gonna move.
That's what Frost said too.
Hmm.
Hold up a little bit. You know, metal gives, so, yeah.
True story. Duct liner especially really
Yeah.
gives.
Oh, yeah, it gives.
You'll lift the whole lid of the lift station.
Yeah. Well, it'd be easier to do it then.
True story.
So the worst part is, you know, potentially if it's very long, you know, backing everything up, and if we'd have to back, you know, or bypass, I guess.
Yeah, it might be a low flow time of year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Melissa?
I've been working with a few boards and commissions. One of the law changes for July 1 impacts open record, public meeting training. So I've been working with those impacted boards to make sure they get signed up. I've been working with Craig a little bit on a couple addresses that need to separate their shared lines. We continue to have issues with them, so we're sending them letters notifying they need to do that. And then the city has never participated in the Great Iowa Treasure Hunt. It's a requirement that we do. If we get utility deposits that are undeliverable back to us, we need to turn them over to the state. They've just been sitting in our safe for years and years and years. So the state has a timeline you have to follow with that. So now July 1st, we can start that process and get those funds turned over to the state. So I've been busy with that too.
Like next July 1st?
No. You have to submit, so right now, starting July 1, we can submit any money we have dating back to June 30th, 2024. Checks written prior to that. So we have through September, we have to make one more attempt to reach these folks and say, hey, we have your money. And then in November, we need to, if we've not heard back and we still have their funds, we need to turn it over to the state.
But does the state get to keep it?
You're not on the list.
Yeah,
So-
no, I just got like some cash back from, they couldn't deliver me a refund from when I had State Farm insurance like
Mhm.
5 or 6 years ago,
Yeah,
and it's just been sitting there, so.
and that's what happens to it.
Anything else?
No.
Sean, I got some questions. So I went up there again this morning. You can sit down, it don't matter.
Okay.
So I went back up to 3rd Street this morning
Yes.
after the rain. Guess
No.
wasn't what wasn't there.
Okay. Cause I know that we had conversations out in the field with them yesterday after your previous email.
Yeah, so there's been nothing up there for erosion control.
Okay.
And I got pictures of the sand going down into the storm intake, so they might as well plan on cleaning that out, since
Got
they
it.
don't wanna do anything. And then, I looked at the soils that they backfilled around that hole yet, and if they're considering that compacted and acceptable fill, that's soaking mud hole, Ron Seal Coat's never gonna hold up.
Got it.
And I assume we're getting compaction reports on everything that goes up, and making sure your inspector is watching to make sure it is suitable fill going in there,
Correct.
cause that stuff this morning was not.
Okay. We'll follow up first thing in the morning.
And a little on the safety side, they did have the hole for the service fenced off, but the one out in the middle of the street, there was not one bit of fence around it.
And we have nothing along this, they have nothing alongside the street or anything like that to keep
Well,
people from.
Everybody could drive right up there and
Got it.
take a look. And the last thing I need is some kid to go up there and get curious and fall into that mud hole, and then they're done. So,
Yep.
if you could get on them a little bit about that, I would appreciate it.
Yep.
So, cause I hate it when I go right down the block and see Pierce Tobin working, and they got erosion control everywhere, and everything's fenced off, and
Yeah, everything's fenced off on scenic. Yeah, they are.
that's all I had on that. Thank you for listening to my rant. That's why I just didn't email you this morning, because I knew you'd probably end up being here tonight.
Totally appreciate it.
That was a rant.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
I've matured.
If you work with me long enough, Sean, you'll know I don't. I haven't matured.
Quit. Something else. Oh, did we figure out the plane thing?
That's what I was going to. Well, Doug is working on the plane thing right now. Storm Lake had. Well, okay. We had an eviction out at the airport, and there's an airplane that is now tied down to the grass out there, perfectly running. But according to our city attorney, if we do it as salvage, I called the Iowa League of Cities and said, okay, well, normally you have, for abandoned vehicles, you can do that with cars. Houses are abandoned, but they've never had an airplane. Well, called up Doug, our city attorney. Doug's like, well, I may have to go to the Iowa treasure hunt, and then the city would have to auction it off and everything, and all the proceeds would go to the state of Iowa and not come back to us. I'm like, no. Then why even bother going through all that? So Doug was working on it, today, right? And still waiting to hear word back from Doug. And Doug I think Storm Lake had a similar situation with an airplane, so he was researching that.
So the owner of the plane is
Not
incarcerated.
Yes, incarcerated, not available.
I was gonna go with that word, but I'm like, I'm still laying out there.
Yeah, they're not available.
But the plane does work and it does have value to it. So it's a 4-passenger, what is it? Warrior is what it is. So yeah,
Yeah, it looked like a nice plane.
it is a nice plane. Easy to push out.
Ted doesn't want it for his vehicles, does he?
No, but the league has been talking for years, about having their own plane to go from one end of the state to the other. That would
We
be
could have it fly around Benton and do traffic reports.
Yes, yes, there we go. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Weather spotters, yes.
Yeah. Traffic is delayed 32 seconds on 4th Street. Expect delays.
And we rarely get planes that are considered abandoned in the state, so. Don't want it to be out there for so long that there's no value and it's just scrap, is the issue, because it's tied down to grass and there's field mice out there and everything else, so that's why we're working on it.
And then if you've been talking to Doug, did he get Bone Sacks thing updated?
He is working with he's working with him on that, yes. He's in the process of doing that.
Since we're really starting to get after it.
On a place in Guttenberg, you could have just flown that road.
Well, if the city of Benton gets it, I'd be more than happy to take pilot lessons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you
And then
can
you
a
can
lot.
fly
You
all
gotta
buy a
the
house on
city
the island.
employees.
I can't just go
Focus.
and be done.
No, you gotta go so many times. Focus,
I don't really believe that.
so many times. Takes a lot.
Alright, that's all I got. Anybody else got any questions, reports, comments? Good to have you back. Good and welfare, Zach.
Thank you.
Glad you're all healing up, I should say. What new good things have happened? Flowers looking great. I ran into the guy watering them this morning on my way up Third Street.
And my wife said they look beautiful.
The pool is busy these days, holy moly.
It is.
Party in the park was wonderful.
Yes, it was. You know, we did have weather on Friday and had to cancel the festivities on that Friday. Saturday was still a wonderful day for party in the park.
Appreciate the people that ran the 5K in the rain and lightning. So, it's good. All right, anybody got anything else? Take a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
Okay, second.
Motion by Riley, second by Zach. All those in favor?
Bye.
Stretching.
Yeah.